Welcome to this session, and today we are going to see what is a gold ETF, why should one buy a gold ETF, when should you buy, and how you should buy. So if you wait till the end of this video, all these things are going to get covered. And before that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also subscribe to the like button, and you can comment also below what you have liked. So let us begin. Hi, my name is Paresh Desai, and today I'm going to explain to you what is a ETF, what is a gold ETF, and mainly why one should be going for buying the ETFs, how and when you should buy. So let us see what is an ETF. So ETF is nothing but an exchange traded fund. Okay, so a fund which is something like a mutual fund, but it will be traded on the exchange. You don't have to go anywhere else to buy and sell that. So it is like a pooled investment security, and it is similar to the mutual fund, right? So जैसे mutual fund में people are putting money and it is gathering at one pool, and then it is invested in the designated you can say the commodities or particular assets. Similarly, in that ETF, the money is gathered and invested in that particular designated security. Now, ETFs track a particular index, okay, or a sector, or some ETFs could be on US stocks, bonds, or commodities. So there are different ETFs which will be pooling the money together and investing in different securities. One of the advantages of ETF is that they offer very low expense ratios as compared to the brokerages. Sometimes the brokerages, when you buy the shares, they can be quite high, but the expense ratios offered here are quite reasonable. Okay, so now let us see that what is a gold ETF. So gold ETF is an exchange traded fund which is invested in assets, particularly gold. Okay, so they could be invested in either physical gold or they could be invested in gold contracts. But the money goes into the gold instruments. Okay, that's the reason why it is called gold ETF. The advantage being that if the value of gold increases, then the value of the units of that particular ETF is also going to go up. Now, each unit which you buy of that ETF would normally represent 1 gram of gold, right? So it will be similar to buying 1 gram of gold and keeping with you. There will be no entry or exit loads, or even if they are, the loads might be very bare minimal. So now that you understood what is an ETF and more specifically what is a gold ETF, now the important part is that why should you invest in gold ETFs? So I've listed down certain areas which are very important for you to consider, and let's see what are those. So let us see why one should buy a gold ETF. So as you can see, the first one says to broaden your financial portfolio. You might be having many things. आपके पास हो सकता है कि stocks है, real estate में investment है, fixed deposits है, bonds है. Now you want to broaden your portfolio and have a balanced portfolio. For that, you can go for buying the gold ETFs. So the base becomes quite broad. Second thing, you can use it as a hedge to protect from a fluctuating market. If you are into a gold trade and if you want to protect against any fluctuation in the market, okay, and taking it as an opposite action. So basically, hedge kya hota hai? When you're taking an opposite action where a loss in one particular sector can result into profit in the another one. So that is the basic meaning of hedging. So you can use it as a hedging instrument to protect yourself from a fluctuating market. Third one is you can rather buy ETFs than physical gold. So physical gold leke rakhna hai, then there is a lot of risk about keeping it in the house or keeping it in the locker. Rather than that, if you buy and the ETFs, then it is be totally in a digital format. You don't have to worry about the security for it. The next one is that obviously there are less market risks, and because the gold fluctuates in much lesser proportion than there would be some other assets like stock markets and all. So the market risks are much lesser when it comes to gold ETF. And the last one is that you can also use it as a collateral for availing a loan. So let us say you want to avail a loan, and sometimes you have to give the collateral. It could be in terms of fixed deposits, it could be in terms of maybe some securities, or even sometimes it could be real estate. So if you've got the gold ETFs, then that can be taken or given as a security to availing the loan. Now the next two things which remain is when to buy and how to buy. So obviously when to buy, I'm going to tell you one secret that when are you supposed to buy the gold. Okay, I'm going to show you something interesting, which is the international gold prices on the technical charts. So what you see here in front of you is a technical chart for the gold futures. Okay, and these are international prices. Can you see this 2100, 2075? And currently the price is somewhere around $1792.95. So this is in terms of dollars and in terms of ounce, right? So यहाँ पर अभी आप देखते हो कि ये जो गोल्ड का ट्रेंड था यहाँ से यहाँ, if you understand a little bit technical, then also if you understand how the trends work, you'll understand that from year to year there was a downtrend. And why the time is now for you to buy the gold is because as I see that the trend of gold is reversing. Okay, and one more time it can go back to 2100. So if the trend reverses and if it continues in a few weeks or a few months, the price might as well go back to 2100. Okay, so if you see from 1800 to 2100, that'll be around $300. So $300 would be straight away around 15%. And if you're buying the ETF, then the returns over there can be a little higher also in that. So I'm expecting that if the trend continues like this, then it can very well reach back to its earlier high of $2075, which you see over here. So that is the reason why I say that this is the reason why you should be buying the gold ETFs now, because the gold ETFs is based on the gold international prices and then they get converted into the Indian rupees. But the gold Indian international prices are the ones which actually drive the gold prices in India. So this was the reason that why you should be buying. Now, finally, I'm going to show you how can you buy it. Okay, so for understanding how you can buy, you need to have a demat account. So in a demat account, what you do is you go and select the ETFs which you want. So I'm going to show you my demat account, which is there on Zerodha, and we'll see that what are the options which are available for buying the ETFs. So here we are on the Zerodha broker chart. Now, if I just type gold ETF, okay, if I'm typing gold ETF, can you see there are so many options which are there? All these options are there. Like if you see, there is BSL Gold, then this is Kotak Gold, this is SBI ETF Gold, Invesco, HDFC Gold, ICICI Prudential. So there are many security houses which are offering these gold ETFs. So if I go for, let us say, the one which you see here is Kotak Gold. So in Kotak Gold also, if you see, as we saw in the international prices, यहाँ पर क्या दिख रहा है कि प्राइस का जो ट्रेंड है वो थोड़ा चेंज हो रहा है. And अगर ये ट्रेंडिंग चेंज है तो then this is the right time for you to go for the gold, because the upside price movement which I'm expecting can be quite high, and that's the reason why it makes sense to go for the gold ETFs now. Okay, so if you see here, it'll be only 45.54 right now. So if I'm buying, let us say, one unit also, that's the biggest advantage. If I'm buying one unit, okay, I'm getting it at 45.51. Obviously, अगर ये investment है तो you're not going to go for intraday, but intraday trading is also possible if there is sometimes a large fluctuation during the day. But normally, if you are going for as a broad base, as for a long-term investment, then it is better to go for a long-term investment where you can buy one unit at 45.51 in this particular gold ETF. Okay, so I think this was quite clear in terms of understanding what is an ETF, then what is a gold ETF, also that why you should be investing in the ETF, when you should be investing as per the charts, and how you should be investing. And if you like this video, once again, I would like to remind you not to forget to subscribe to this channel. Also, you can comment what you have liked and share this video with your friends and relatives. So once again, thank you very much. This is Paresh Desai, and see you soon in another video. Bye.